Hello and welcome for the Power BI training. Let me quickly take you all to the giving an introduction, significance, and there is a training to you all on the Power BI software, and that will be so. What all contents will be covered? We'll be introducing you to menus, graphical user interfaces, and toolbars. There is also an introduction for the report views and introduction to filters, visualizations, and fields. The entire software, you will get a knack of it as to how it is and what all do you have in this software that you all can use, how important this software is from the data visualizations perspective. And then we also have, as we move into the future sessions, we'll be going through all the menus individually. And yes, so that is what we have. And I'll see if there is some time, then of course we'll be covering a lot of examples as we go through the course contents, because for explaining these course contents, I'll need to have examples. That is something that will be taken care of. And then perhaps at the end of it, if you have time, I might take a small project. We already installed the software. What do we see here? Well, we see here that is the software has opened, of course. It is launched. The screen, the home screen is visible out here. What we see here is there is also a startup screen that comes up over here, and it is everything out here. What's new into the Power BI and how do you build reports? So there are some videos also that come along with this software. Out here, these are the tutorials, and there is a blog. They have also created forums for that. We start by clicking. You can open other reports. These are the recent sources, and you can get the data. Right. So let us do one thing. Let us click on this get data. So once you click on open data, it should, now it shows you what are the different data platforms it will support. As I click on all, you can see like it supports Excel and text, XML, JSON, folders and PDF, and there's a huge gamut of softwares that are file formats that it supports. When you click on file, these are the files that are supported. Followed by that, if you click on a database, so these are the list of databases that you can import into Power BI. So it's a very extensive and very big software which supports a wide variety of platforms. Now there's the Power Platform that we have here, Power BI data sets. There are data marts, Power BI data flows also you can design here. Common data services, data was data flows. There's some of those your services also that you can import here. And there are online services too. That is Microsoft Exchange and Adobe Analytics, Google Analytics, of course. We have Mixpanel, Zendesk. So these are some of the important CRM. There are some of the CRM platforms also that are supported. The eWay CRM, you can see here. And, Zoho is also there. Yes, that is also widely used software. So fine, this is what we have. Anyway, for now, I'll cancel this because out here we are some about the file menus and everything. So I don't want to go into this not right away. So I'll close this window. Right, so this is the software that we have here. We have like 6 menus, as you can see here. File menu. You click open on this, it will ask you whether you want to open a new report. You want to open a report. If you click on new, then a new report will open out here. But okay, let's not do it. Yeah, okay. Let's open another window out here. A new report has come up. And then the startup screen also shows up. I'll close both of them. And then you can also click on save. I mean, of course, any project that you have, you can save the project, you can get the data. Now this is the same get data that we saw or that we still used. Click on the previous startup screen. So it will take you to the location where from you want to import any particular file. You can import contents from an existing file. You can export the contents to any new file. You can also publish it online. Much the same way like you have a Tableau online, you also have Power BI online. And there are options and settings. So like if you click on options, these are the long set of options that should pop up. Oh, there is a window on. Yes. These are the different options that are available out here. You can also do some bit of R scripting. If you have done any R scripting, then you can import it out here. These are some of the regional security settings, privacy settings. So much like the conventional Microsoft softwares that we come across, these are the options that are there, features available. Click on get started, about, and sign out. So this is pertaining to file menu, as you can see. If I click on home, so this on home page, you can see there is a wider spread on home page and on modeling. Okay, out here, yes, out here on the modeling page also, there is a lot of features, additional features that will come up. If you click on home and you click on transform data, so there is another Power Query editor feature that comes up, and the entire window is out here. So you can use these set of features also. We are not doing anything on transform data yet. This is only something that I can show you here for now. On the home menu, we start start by clicking on get data, as I showed you earlier. You can also go to any relevant data hub and you can import. Now there is an SQL server also that you can use. Most companies have their own servers and their databases, and you can import directly from the given SQL server database also. Then it's followed by enter data. You can enter the data physically by typing or pasting any data directly from any content or even from the web. And you have the data was connect to data was through its SQL endpoint. These are some of the resources that I had worked on earlier. Just in case, let's click on socio indicators. Suppose if I click on that, these are the date ranges that are available, or these are the worksheets that are part of this file. So I'm selecting all of them. 4, 6. Okay, these are the 6 sheets that we have, and I'm selecting load. It's applying changes. There are pending changes to your queries that haven't been applied. So these are loading here. You can see here. You're creating the model, creating connection in model. You can see there are 6, you want to 3, 4, 5, and that's a 6th worksheet that we have. Those all should, they'll be loaded out here. You can see them here. They have loaded here. That's the report, that window that you have. This is the data window that you have. If I bring it over here, now that's the window that we have. That is for 1973, 1974 table. So this is a data format. In the report format, if you want, we can bring this out here. Yeah, you click on that, and it will give you all the different columns that are part of this particular worksheet. Likewise, let's do one thing. Let me take you to that worksheet. It's the Power BI projects. These are the ones that we have worked on. Yeah, okay, that's the file. It's in a Microsoft Excel format, and it supports the backward compatibility also. So there should not be. Now, these are the different worksheets that we had, and if you have imported over there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These are all the Indian states, as we can see. Most of these are very known states to India. These are the different provinces, 29 of them. And so these are the social indicators. You can see here in Andhra Pradesh, what is a rural number of rural area? What is the number of person in thousands? Percentage of persons? What is the poverty line income that they have? This is a data as late as 2011, 2012. So it's a decade old data, typically, or probably at least even more than that. We have it from 1973 until 2012. So it's almost 40, 50-year data. So these are the parameters, the social indicators that are available for each state, spread over decades time, difference over decade. So that's the data that we had imported. But again, coming back on the Power BI, where's it gone? Coming back on Power BI. So fine, that is the data that we have. And you can also transform the data. So you can go on, click on transform data. You can, if you want, you can add data source settings out here, maybe up to 90 days old. Okay, let's refresh it. Make changes also to the given data out here by transforming it. You can remove columns, you can remove rows, you can keep rows, you can choose columns. And that's a home page again for the Power Query editor. Click on transform. So these are the set of options that are available for transform. Suppose if I click on standard, now that's your calculator. That is what, these are some of the functions also that you can use. Some of the statistical functions that you can use and scientific functions. Noticeably, it is quite different from a Microsoft Excel as we use it. The overall logic that you can use on some points is almost equivalent to Microsoft Excel. You can also perform the transpose functions, transpose, reverse rows, count rows. You can run an R script, you can run a Python script also. But again, all of this is part of what? Power Query Editor. So what I'll do is I'll minimize the screen. And again, I have back to the home screen out here. And then you can refresh the data, get the latest data by refreshing all the visuals in this report. You can add visuals to your report. You can also add a text box. You can add more visuals. So suppose let's do one thing. Let me take one screen out here. Okay. Clicking on this and let us know. I don't want this column. I'm selecting this 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. What I've done here is I have selected these 6 worksheets out here. And these are the fields that I've selected from this particular worksheet. Okay. These are the different visualizations. Now, if you click on this, it'll, if you take the cursor on this mouse cursor, it will show you which kind of chart is that. That is a stacked bar chart. It's a stacked column chart. It's a clustered column chart. And then you also have the donut charts and pie charts, R script visuals, Python script visuals. So these are the different set of charts that are available to us. Fine, so let's select. Let us see if, okay, there's nothing that we're able to see here. So what I'll do is I'll deselect some of these. These are the charts that are available out here in the visualizations. In the fields, you can see that there are, these are the worksheets that are available. Fine, so let's come to this a little later. These are the filters and slicers. If you click on these 3 dots, it will give you more options. So if you want, you can export this data. You can also show it as a table. You can remove it. Suppose if I click on show as a table. So that is how it shows you in the table. We don't need to go into any access yet. I'm not going to do all that. I'm more interested in getting your understanding the different menus. We can select the y-axis, of course, but I'll come to all that a little later. Out here again, where was this? So that's the data format in which we have it. Apart from that, yes, if I click on this, that is the model. So let's click on the model. It's not showing any of the models here because I have not created any models as such. But that is not a problem. Now, if you click on models, these are the set of options. Some additional set of options will pop up typically in terms of managing the relationships, managing the roles. And these are the properties that will come when you select the model. If I click on the data here, so you can see here that as you change the reporting structure that you have here, be it in graphical format, in the data format, or in the model format, its corresponding menu will change in accordance. That is one thing that we are seeing here. That apart, actually, let's come on this. I'll remove this. That is how your overall GUI appears for the home page that we have, for the home menu. And then you also have the filters out here that you can use. You can add data fields to filter. So suppose if I take this particular screen out here and add it over here. So it'll tell you what all you can select. You can select all of them. You need not select any of them. These are the filterings that are available, basic filtering and advanced filtering. Supposedly if I select on advanced filtering, then it'll tell you it should contain or it should not contain. So these are the conditions that it will overall. It will show us, and then you can add that condition along with any other conditions also that you might want. So specify contains something, verify suppose, and out here it's not blank. Then I click apply filter. So that filter is now applicable over here. But anyway, I'm not selecting any filter yet. This is just something that I'm trying to demonstrate to you. Apart from that, what more? Yes, so that was about your fields and that was about your visualizations. In visualizations also, you can dig deep. Click on this, you can get some more visuals if you want. You can import a visual from a file also that you may have created a visual. You can remove a visual, you can also restore the default visuals. So if I click on this, suppose, this will restore all the unbuilt default visuals to the visualization pane and any visuals will not be affected. Okay. Anyway, we have not made any changes. We have not added any customized visuals. So it will retain these visuals. This is page 1. If you add here, it will go into the new page 2. So you might want to prepare a report out here. You might also want to prepare a report here. So you can prepare reports for different pages and different sheets. But again, noticeably, the fields that you are seeing here, they are both the same for both the pages or whatever the count of pages you want to add. So if you want, you can prepare a report for 1973 on page 4 and 2020, 2011, 2012 on page 1. Out here on page 4, you can see this cross, which is meant to delete the page. So I'm closing this page. Yes, I'll delete it. Here also you can delete it. I'm deleting this page as well. This is what we have as far as the home menu is concerned. Yes, and there is a text block that you can add. You can also add new measures or quick measures. You can write a DX expression that calculates a value from your data. Quick measures are also available here. Wait. Okay, so you can write here the different that you want to put in here. Of course, I have not reached this, so I'll take this a little later for you all working on it. These are the new measure options that they show up. But it's not what I'm looking at right now. I'll click on the home menu. Then you can publish or you can share what you want to do out here. Publish this report online on Power BI service. That is what you can do. And whatever work you are doing, you can save it also. So that's where you can save the file in which it is. The file format is .pbix. That's the file format you can save it on. Okay, opening a report for you all. Open. This is just so that you know how it looks and feels like. Of course, it takes its time to load. Right. So these are some of the work. This was some work that I had done for you all to understand. This is how the look and feel will be. So now we have this pie chart. So if I click on this on the focus mode, that will come up. And if you want, you can minimize these. So the entire page will show up over here, something like this. And when you click on this, it will tell you Mumbai has 9425.76. Then Ahmedabad is certain figure. This is how your visualization will look upon. And let's quickly go back to reports. If I click on this on more options, it can also export data. It can also show you as a table and select on that as a spotlight also. So there is a spotlight only on this, and this is only what you're working on. And then you click on more options. So that is how it will look like over here. These were the typically Reddy Rickner, the real estate price data analysis that was conducted. I'll go back to report. It is on spotlight, as you can see it. Now, if you click on this, there is no spotlight. It's gone and it's removed. What next? Right, now we go on insert. So you can insert a new page. If you insert a new page, no, not on this. That's a project that we already worked on. So I'll minimize that. Fine, so let's click on insert. Now, if you click on insert, you can insert a new page out here. You can add a blank page or also a duplicate page. Let me show you the example of adding a duplicate page. Now, this is the page that we already have, right? So I'm clicking on new page and I'm adding a duplicate page. So that is creating a duplicate page of this. So out here it's mentioned also, it says also it's a duplicate page of page one. And then if you want to make any changes or edits, you can make it over here. And then you can rename this page and then you can prepare a comparative report also. That is also possible. Oh, not this one, that's Power Query Editor. I'm not going into this yet. You can add any new visual that you want. So if you click on that, it will throw up a visual out here. And then you can stretch this visual if you want and drag this chart out here. That's the chart we have. I'm selecting this. So these are the visuals that you can add here. And you can select all the visualizations that you want to select out here. I'll remove these filterings here. On the visualizations, you can also add more visuals from any of also from the files that I showed you all earlier. And you can add Q&A, ask questions about your data in natural language to create new visuals. You can add key influencers, decomposition tree, smart narrative, paginated. I'll take it with examples. You can also have Power Apps, embed a Power App into your report so people can use the app without leaving Power BI. Here's some of the features that are particular to this menu. You can add a text box, supposedly, if you want to get that. Yeah, so that's the text box that you added. You can say hello and welcome our BI session. Then that's the font that you might need. So increase the font size to 14. Select this entire line and increase the font size to 14. You can stretch this out here. And you can change the font type also. I can make it Arial, make it bold, italics, underlined. You can change the font color also. Then when you come back here, yeah, addition of text box can be done. Remove more options, and I'm clicking remove. What more? Yeah, okay. You can also add buttons and shapes and images if you want. You can add a shape. Suppose if you take this, so that's the shape it's adding. You can modulate this shape. You can move it around here by dragging and dropping it also. And then you come on this right click on this shape. You can format the shape typically. In general, what are the different properties? The size is provided. You can change its sizes also. Click on its position, horizontal, vertical. The advanced options are also available. The title is available for this. Click on, you can add the text over here. These are the different format features that are available particular to your shape. I click on that. So if I click on this, then the format feature will be activated. If I again click on the canvas, then the visualizations will show up. That's how you add your shape. You can also add an image to your report. Let's see if I have an image to show you all. Okay, not able to find any which I used to have. Oh yes, we have one. So if I click open, let's see what comes up. Yes, now that is how you import an image also. You can move it around here. You can stretch it and increase it, decrease it. And if you right click on that and remove it, or you can add a spotlight to that. That is how your you can add image on your canvas. That is for page one that we are working. And what more? Format your report page. You can also format your report page and click on this. It will tell you what is the format. So what is the canvas background? Or the background of this canvas we can change. This is the white color. I click on that and I make it. What color is that? Purple, maybe. Yeah. Is it changing to purple? No, it didn't change. That is how you can change the colors for your background also. Remove that. And thereafter, yeah, this is for adding the visuals. If you add data to your visuals, so you can drag these and you can build the visuals out here. Fine, let's click on modeling. Okay, you can manage the relations, you can add, remove, or manage these relationships. So if you want, you can click on new or auto detect any of the relationships, but then there are no relationships that can be found. Let's do one thing. Let us go back to our old project that I already worked on so that I can show you all a few things. I click on modeling here, and when I click now, the relationships out here are already active. They are not active. Close this page. That is a line graph that I've prepared for you all. But okay, let us come back to this a little later. That is okay. You can select the different for each table from. Yes, you should be able to. I've never tried that though. But yeah, you should be able to add. You can certainly connect it online. Out here, there is a publish option that I showed you all. Yeah, so you can keep publishing the report if you're online. In real time, yeah, maybe perhaps you should be able to do it, but that is something we'll have to look into. What next? That is how you manage your relationships. And coming back here, you can select the different worksheets that you have here, and then you can map those tables. So suppose if I select 1973 state to state with 2004, and I click new, it's asking me which tables that are related. So if I select, suppose 1973, rural number of persons in thousands. If I select the 1983 and 84, and I'm marking this relationship 1 to 1. Okay. When I click close, there is no relationship, it is finding. Make this relationship active. And add new measures. You can add quick measure, new columns, and the new tables can also be added. You can add any new parameters, what if parameters that you want to add. Manage the roles. You can create, change, or delete the security roles. So suppose, so this is how you can select this and filter the data. And add a filter out here for poverty line, suppose, and you can save it. Yeah, adding a role out here for maintaining the security. You can also view here, see what's visible to people with different security rules and permissions. So typically this all will fall into the admin aspects. Certain access might be needed for only certain set of people. Not everyone would want to see any data that you have. That is, you can manage over here and click on view. Out here, these are the different themes that are available to us. You can select whichever themes you like. If I select this, so that is how your theme will look like. If you want to have plain theme, it will, you can click out here. So it will be the plain theme that you have. If I select this theme, that will change here. And that is what you can view here by working on your themes. You can also select on the page view. You can fit to page, you can fit to width. You can, yeah, wait, where is it on? You can select on fit to width. You can also select on actual size. So this is how it will show up in terms of actual size. So that's your formatting. Grid lines is also available if you want. You can deselect the grid lines. You can snap to grid, lock objects so that they stay as is when you're giving a presentation or interacting with the report elements. You can select also the mobile layout. Yeah, so that is how your mobile layout will appear or look like. And then you can add the page visuals or any of the visualizations that we have. If you want to add snap to grid, you can also remove it. You can remove the grid lines. That is the mobile layout. Add the bookmarks and selections also. Let's go back to file. So this is how we can work on the views in this. And then if I click on help, let's start a fresh session. Okay, I don't want this at the startup screen, so I'll close that. And find the final menu that we have here is of help. Are we done with here? We are done with all the views. You can also add performance analysis. They assess your report's performance and identify areas for the improvement. We are not preparing the report as such for you, so that's okay. Once that's done, I'll demonstrate all these features for you. You can also synchronize the slicers, control the visibility across pages in your report. Fine, you can click on help out here. In the view menu, yes, you have. Click on the power, it will tell you what features and versions and all that. You can use this, you can keep it for your reference. There is also guided learning applicable. There are training videos, there is documentation and support available. You click on documentation. So it will take you on Microsoft BI, Microsoft website into the BI module. And then these are the documents that are available. So you can go through these documents and you can work on them. And you can install. They have also provided a provision of how to install it. Let me show it to you all on the web. The apps. Not here. The app that we have already installed is not showing up over here on the web. These are the different results that are available. So if you click on any of them, so they'll take you eventually to this page, and then you can download it. You can also refer to their documentations. And it's a very comprehensive documentation, 1200 to 1500 pages. So you can choose and work on your projects, or you can use them as a reference project also. You can use these manuals and documentations for learning or creating your own projects. This is what we have. Okay, let's load some data. Let's get some data. We'll have something in the CSV format. Okay, let us take something simple. Let's click on gold. Okay, so it is loading these are the gold prices that are available. Okay, based on first 200, based on the entire data set. Let us select the entire data set. Only we have. Click load. It's your currency. I don't want the currency. Okay, we'll have the currency. No worries. Close. Low open and a volume. And so these are the data that I have selected here, and you can see them. Most of these are selected here as a table format out here. If you click on the table, they'll appear here in the table tabulated format also. And that's the report. So now that is how your clustered stack chart will look like. A clustered bar chart will look like. You can also select a line chart out here. No, it's not. This is, sir, can you please send me these recordings and notes? Well, yes, I think some of this would be available. But if you are paid, yes, okay, thank you. If y'all can, like, take the subscription of all this, it will be very useful for y'all. You all can take the subscription for this, and all these will be available to you all. You all can contact the given details. I'll share with you all the contact details, and you all can avail of those. You all can use. Right, let's take this on the focus. These are the different fields that we have imported out here. And you can play with the visualizations as and when or whatever you want to do out here. You can also add them as a funnel. You can add them as a line graph. Out here, you can see that's the volume that volumes generally are going to be the highest. So if I deselect volume, then you can see that, okay, this is how your high-low close prices will appear or look like. Now, that is what this is the month. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you deselect the dates. That is how you will be able to prepare the reports. You can change the axis also out here. On the x-axis, we have the column. On the y-axis, we have close, open, high, low. If you want, you can remove any of these here. So if I remove the close prices and the open prices. So now there are only high and low prices that are available over here. On the y-axis, you are selecting currency. You can move this to any of these. You can move this to the y-axis, line, x-axis, column, legend, small verticals, tooltips. Let us scroll this down further. You can add the column legend over here. Also, small multiples, tooltips. This is how you work on your visualizations. If you want, you can add volumes out here to the filters. So you can select the volumes, and out here you can click on add to filters as a visual or a report level filter. Drag and drop it over here. Yeah, it's already here, so that's okay. Once you have the volume, you can create an advanced filtering, which is less than what? If it's less than whichever value you want. Let's click on that. No, not here. Yes. So out here we have the volumes data also. So if you want, you can select the volumes accordingly. Let us sort it and filter it out here. What are the different volumes that are available to us? That's the volume that is here. We'll select any less than 100 or less than 5,000 supposedly. Let's come here. You can add less than, show items when the value is less than 5,000. It's greater than what? 7,000. Let's click apply filter. Right. So this change graph that we are seeing here is based on these filters, on the application of these filters. So you can add some more data fields here also for the visuals. If I don't want to show the currency, I can remove this and show the currency as USD. So let's click on this. In high and low, we are showing everything. So we are not adding any filters for high, low. We have added for only volume. I'm closing this button for volume. Yes. So that is how you can add filters. That apart, what more can we look at as of today? These are all the summation values, as you can see here. These are all the summation values. If you click on this, you can also check. You can expand, you can collapse all, you can view the hidden values also. You can hide this particular. Right, so out here you can see that it's not showing up over here. You can check it. So these are the different features that are available. If I click on, so out here it is showing us relationship format also. Although we've not really created any relationship as such, but that is the model format that is showing up. If you have to go back to the report, let's go back to report. Now you can have 2, 3 such kind of reports out here on the same page. So I can so I have added one more report out here. So this was for high and low, and this is for open and volume. If I do not select volume, suppose, that is the volume that we are seeing here. The bar chart that we are seeing only for the open price. So if you want, you can add the open price over here also and select open. So that will show up over here. You can add multiple reports on the same canvas out here. You can also add a page here and add the different fields out here. Let us take one last example. Let us select which other format do we have. We have only the Excel format, so I'm going to select that one. Does it take any other formats to Data Hub? We do not have any Power BI recent sources. Yeah, okay, let's take the JSON format. Okay, so that's the format that's available. Yeah, that's the file that we have here. Fine, this is a very big file size, but let us see what best we can select here. We can select, let us select computer use for different age groups of female, 16 to 24 years of age gap female, and 60 to 24 for males. We also add another visual here, 25 to 24 females and 25 to 24 male. For higher order, for the higher age group of 55 to 74 for females and for males. So what we see here now, how do you conduct your analysis? This is just one simple example that I've taken here. Let us bring the focus out here. Out here, I see that in case of females and males, there's a difference in the computer use for males and females who fall in the age band of 55 to 74. That's something that we can see here. How big is the difference? Well, that is something that we need to calculate. 18,502 minus 15,141. Let us now check for this one. Out here, what do we see? Well, that's 32,354 for female, and it's 33,220. So out here, the difference is just 1,000 for the males and females computer use who fall in the age band of 25 to 54. And that is the third age band of 16 to 24. And out here, we can see there is hardly any difference. It's 39,755 for males, and that's 39,455. 755 minus 455 is how much? 300. So the difference is just 300. But so what we see is in the younger age groups, the difference in the computer usage is much lower. So males and females in lower age groups, they use computer significantly, and there is not much of a difference. But as the age band increases, the count of females who are using computer has reduced. It's simply because in that age group, computers were not available. So that also shows into how the overall social dynamics evolving. This is just one such example that I showed you all. That is page 2 of 2, right? That's a page 1. Okay, the page 1 was that of the gold prices. Fine. So on the page, now if you want, you can rename this page. Right click on this, and I'm renaming this page computer use analysis. So that's the name of your file. That's the name of your page. And page 1 is what? Asset analysis for gold. Right, this is how we are conducting the entire. So this is how your Power BI is. We have gone through different file menus that were available out here, different menus, learned some bit of visualization also. Depending upon the data set that we had, we also applied a filter here for slightly easier understanding.